Could the Yellowstone supervolcano erupt today? What would happen if it did? And how could you survive such a disaster? Keep watching to find out. Yellowstone National Park is home to more than just geysers and bison. Beneath the park's seemingly placid surface lies one of the world's largest and most powerful supervolcanoes. Just imagine this. You're exploring the beautiful landscapes of Yellowstone National Park, unaware of the danger that lies beneath your feet. Suddenly, the ground trembles beneath you and steam begins pouring out of the earth. Before you can react, ash, pumice, and hot gases shoot high into the air, blocking out the sun and plunging you into darkness. The air grows thick with suffocating ash, making it hard to breathe. You cough and splutter, desperately trying to escape the cloud of debris that engulfs you. Then you hear it, a deafening roar that echoes across the valley, the sound of 2,500 cubic kilometers of molten rock and ash obliterating everything in its path. This is not a scene from a Hollywood disaster movie. It's a potential reality if the Yellowstone supervolcano erupts. The Yellowstone supervolcano, located in the northwest corner of Wyoming in the United States, has been dormant for 640,000 years. However, there are signs that it may be coming back to life. In recent years, there have been an increasing number of earthquakes around the volcano, and the U.S. Geological Survey reports that the magma chamber beneath the volcano has been swelling. Could this mean that the supervolcano is preparing to erupt once again? Scientists have been closely monitoring the volcano and its seismic activity, and while they have not detected any immediate signs of an eruption, they cannot rule it out entirely. In fact, some experts believe that the chances of an eruption within our lifetime are as high as 30%. An eruption of this magnitude would be catastrophic. Ash and debris would blanket the surrounding areas, destroying homes and infrastructure. Pyroclastic flows would race down the sides of the volcano, incinerating everything in their path. And the toxic gases released would pose a serious threat to human health. But the effects would not be limited to the immediate vicinity of the volcano. The ash cloud would eventually spread across the entire United States, blocking out the sun and plunging the country into darkness. Temperatures would plummet and crops would wither and die. The economy would collapse and chaos would ensue. It's important to note that scientists do not agree on the likelihood or timing of a super eruption at Yellowstone. Some argue that the chances are extremely low and that we have nothing to worry about. Others are more concerned and are calling for increased monitoring and research. Whatever the case may be, it is clear that a super eruption at Yellowstone would be a major disaster. So what should you do if it does happen? If the unthinkable were to happen and the Yellowstone supervolcano erupted today, it's crucial to be prepared. Here's a guide to help you survive this devastating event. Before we delve into the survival guide, let's take a closer look at the science behind the Yellowstone supervolcano. The Yellowstone supervolcano is a massive magma chamber located beneath the Yellowstone National Park. It is estimated to be about 43 by 28 miles wide and extends more than 3 miles deep. The magma chamber is filled with a mixture of molten rock, ash, and gases that has been building up for millions of years. The pressure from the magma chamber has caused the land above it to bulge up, creating the Yellowstone caldera, also known as the Yellowstone supervolcano. Now let's discuss the potential impact of a super eruption at Yellowstone. A super eruption is an explosive volcanic eruption that releases more than 1,000 cubic kilometers of material. If the Yellowstone supervolcano were to erupt today, it would be devastating. The explosion would generate a massive amount of ash, pumice, and gas that would blanket the surrounding areas. Pyroclastic flows would race down the sides of the volcano, incinerating everything in their path. The ash cloud would eventually spread across the United States, blocking out the sun and plunging the country into darkness. Temperatures would plummet and crops would wither and die. The economy would collapse and chaos would ensue. So what should you do if the Yellowstone supervolcano were to erupt today? Here are some tips to help you survive this disaster. 1. Evacuate immediately if you live near the volcano. If you are within the evacuation zone, do not hesitate to evacuate as soon as possible. Pack only the essentials and follow the guidance of local authorities. If you have a vehicle, use it to get out of the danger zone. If not, seek shelter with friends or family who live outside the affected area. 2. If you are caught outside during the eruption, protect your head and face. If you are caught outside during the eruption, protect your head and face by covering them with your arms or using a blanket or towel. If possible, get indoors or into your vehicle and stay there until the danger has passed. 3. Stay indoors after the eruption. After the initial eruption, stay indoors if possible. The ash cloud and toxic gases will continue to pose a serious threat to your health. Wear a gas mask or build a makeshift shelter to protect yourself from the ash and gases. Use social media to stay informed. Social media can be a valuable resource during a disaster. Follow local news outlets and emergency management agencies on social media to stay informed about the situation. Share your location and status with friends and family so they know your whereabouts. Conserve your resources. If you are trapped in your home or office building, conserve your food, water, and other resources. Use bottled water if you have it, but boil it before drinking it. If you don't have bottled water, use the water you have available. Ration your food and share it with others in need. Beware of looting and other dangers. In the aftermath of a disaster, there may be people who take advantage of the situation and loot or vandalize. Be aware of your surroundings and take necessary precautions to protect yourself and your property. Seek medical attention if needed. If you or someone you know has been injured, seek medical attention as soon as possible. Injuries may not be immediately apparent, so it's important to get checked out, even if you feel fine. Be patient and stay calm. In the aftermath of a disaster, it's important to stay patient and calm. Help will eventually arrive, but it may take some time. Stay positive and focus on surviving. Do not return home until authorities say it's safe. After the eruption, do not return home until local authorities have declared it safe to do so. The area may still be dangerous due to the ash cloud, toxic gases, or other hazards. Help others if you can. If you are able to help others, do so. Helping others not only feels good, but it can also help build a sense of community and hope in the aftermath of a disaster. Yellowstone National Park attracts millions of visitors each year. Its geysers, wildlife, and natural beauty make it a popular destination for tourists. But beneath its picturesque surface, Yellowstone hides a supervolcano that could erupt at any moment. If this were to happen, it would be a disaster of unimaginable proportions. But if you're prepared, you can increase your chances of survival. By following the tips outlined in this guide, you can be ready for anything. So if you're planning a trip to Yellowstone National Park or live near the area, be sure to take the necessary precautions. Stay vigilant and keep an eye on the volcano's activity. You never know when it might erupt, and if it does, you want to be ready. Thank you for watching. Please like and share this video if you think it might be useful to someone else. Stay safe and be prepared.